Hi everyone, it's me, Miss Branch, the art teacher, and today I am keeping with the theme of skyscapes. So I thought about making some pictures of night sky and more clouds. And then I thought, oh, we could do sun and make the sun rays and clouds and have the sunlight reflecting off the clouds like I have reflecting off the moon. Then I thought, why not put them both together? So I divided a paper in half and then did the clouds so that they were all over the place. So we have a sun and a moon. Now, the sun and the moon is what we call a stylized sun or a stylized drawing. And so is the moon. That means people draw it the same way over and over and over again. And so that's how it becomes stylized. When it's something that people do the same way, even though it's not realistic, it's the same, drawn the same way. Kind of like the way the Egyptian eyes are painted on their hieroglyphics and in their artwork, but their sculptures are realistic, but they still put the stylized makeup on. And so that's what stylized is. And a lot of cartoons, they have the same style of eyes or same style of nose or mouth, or just the way they draw the hands. It's always exactly the same way, no matter what. So that's what stylized art is. So let me switch my camera to my desk and bring my camera down some. Oh, I have this upside down. So let me go ahead and put this on my keyboard like I normally do and get another sheet of paper. Now, oops, wrong paper. Ha. So with my paper, sorry about that. Sorry about that, everyone. I have different alarms for all kinds of stuff I'm doing. All right. Another one's going to go off in 10 minutes, so we better hurry. All right, so I have two corners, which is going to make it a little awkward for folding a rectangle piece of paper. So what I'm going to do is just bring the paper over and just try and get corner to corner. So it's not going to match up like a regular piece of paper. Let me lift the camera up a little higher so you guys can see. So it's not going to match up like if the paper was already square. So I get corner to corner. And if it's off a little bit like my paper is, it's okay. It doesn't have to be perfect. But then when I open it up, I have a line down the middle, which will help me divide my paper up. So let me go ahead and get started. So first, I'm going to draw a big circle. And you know what? Yeah, I'm going to draw a big circle for my sun. And it doesn't have to be as big as I just did. I probably could have made this a little smaller. And now I'm going to make my moon. Now to make my moon, I'm going to draw most of a circle or a semicircle, half of a circle. And inside it's going to be like a number 3, so I can make the nose. So I'm just going to come in and back out. Now, it's not going to be like a perfect number 3, but yours can be more of a 3. So let's go ahead and draw the face on the moon since I'm over here. That's a little nostril for the nose, an eyebrow, a curved eye, so it's sleeping. And if you want, you can add eyelashes, like I just did. Let me bring my camera in some more. So then I can add them out. Now you can just add a smile. That's still stylized. A lot of people draw it this way. But if you want it to look like lips, what I'm going to do is like a number 7 at the top. So I'm going to come up from the side like a number 7. But then I'm going to bring it and touch the bottom of the lip. And then the bottom is like the Nike swoop. So just a little curve and back. So then I have my stylized lips. Now you can do all kinds of stylized ways with the sun. Now I just did a plain eye in this one. I did a plain eye in this one, and in this example, I did thicker eyebrows and eyes with eyelashes. So the sun's eyes were closed like the moon. Another stylized eye, you can just do the two curved lines. I'll do the one curve, make sure you can see, and then a curve down, and then a circle, and a curve, and a circle for the pupil, and then just a regular, just L-shaped nose. Now, if you want to do the lips like on the moon, let's see, we can do a curved line like a smile, and in the middle, we can add a little V, and then come down to the sides. And in the bottom, we just add a little curved line. So you can make your stylized face however you want it. And now I can add eyelashes. And I'm not making them look realistic because, again, stylized is just the way that something's drawn over and over again. But there are many different stylized eyes, stylized noses, stylized lips. So there's many ways you could do this. Let me lift this up a little bit so you can see the whole face. Now, let me add some clouds. Now, I like to make clouds big and little. And they don't have to have any particular shape. Big, but I like big, little, big, little, little, big, little. And saying you can make your clouds come off the paper. Big, little, little, big, little, little. And you just put your clouds wherever you want them. Big, little, big, little, big, little. And they can even be behind the sun or the moon. Big, little, big, little. Let's see. I think I'll do one more right here. Big, little, big. All right. Now, to make my clouds not just be plain, just white areas, I'm going to give them a little character by adding a little more big and little and curved lines all in it. And you can decide how you want to do yours. Doesn't have to be anything special or fancy like I'm doing. Just a few little curved lines, some big and some little. And now you have your area. Now, the next thing I need to do, now I've done the clouds, is to do my sun rays. And my sun rays will be going behind the clouds. So let's see, I'm going to do one at the top, one at the bottom. Now, here's where it gets a little tricky. Sometimes you can't see that line where the fold is. So I'm just going to make it a little more crease so I know where to stop. And then here on the side, go out to the sides. Now I'm going to do one in the middle. And then one at the top. Well, the middle. Now, I can stop here. I have a good number, but I want to draw a little more. So I'm going to add a line in the middle of this area. And then a line in the middle here. A line middle here. And let's see, one here. And now I have more spaces to add color. Now, on this one, I didn't add stars, but on this one, I did add some stars. So let me show you how to add some just quick little stars if you want to add them. I just do a curved line and a curved line. Just do little curved line squares. You can make some really little, so they look far, far away. Or you can make some big, so they're closer. It's totally up to you. Now, another stylized way you can make stars is by just drawing lines like you make an X. Let's see. Here's a little extra scrap piece of paper I have. I'll show you. So like you can just do stars like this if you want. Like a plus sign and then an X. That's totally up to you how you want to do it. Or another stylized way is just to add dots. The stars are really far away, so you really can't see them all that well. All right, so now let's add some color. So let's see. I'm going to start with a yellow orange. I got my 64 crayons, and that's yellow orange. And this one is dandelion. I don't have, I mean, you can just use regular orange. That's macaroni. There's regular orange. Okay, orange. I'll stick with that one. So let's see. I'm gonna color around the eyes first so that I don't color on the inside. Because you know, Miss Branch likes to color with the back of the crayon because I can go faster. I'm gonna color around the mouth. Now I can just color around the inside and don't have to worry about coloring over the eyes or the mouth because I've already given myself a border around it. And now I'm going to go and color some of the rays, and I'm going to do every other ray. So I started here, so skip, skip. Now my cloud's in the way, so I can't color through the cloud just yet, on the cloud. Skip. Now I'll go around the clouds. And I can color a little faster. Skip. Do the edges. Now I'm here at the diagonal line, so of course I'm not going to cross the diagonal line into the night space, but I am going to go around the clouds. And all right, and keep going. I knew it. Sorry about that. Didn't hit the button fast enough. So now I can go in with my orange. Again, go around my cloud, stop at the diagonal line. Go around my objects, get my edges. I started, so I'm gonna give my son orange lips. Oh, I can give it orange eyes. I can keep my color scheme simple. Again, go around, outline the edges, and it's easier to color on the inside. And yep, I'm going to use the pointing in now. I'm going to give it some orange lips and orange eyes. There we go. And if you want, you can go back in, like any little white spaces that you left with the pointing in. That's totally up to you. If you like it the way it is, leave it the way it is. All right, so now I'm going to go to my regular yellow, and I'm going to color the moon. Now, the moon actually reflects the light of the sun. So that's how we see the moon. And sometimes the moon does look yellow. So I'm just making it yellow. And sometimes the moon can look red or just the white that we see. And it's just depending on the sun and what the sun is doing. Well, most of the time with the color of the moon. And then sometimes it depends on what's happening in the atmosphere, which filters how we see the light. All right, so now we have our sun. And, oh, you know what? I'm gonna go ahead and color these little stars yellow. And now I'm gonna color around them. Now, I think I'll take my point and color around the stars a little bit. So give it a little border so that I can color with the back of the crayon. And again, let me turn my paper sideways so you guys can see, because you know Miss Branch is left-handed. So therefore, my hand blocks the camera sometimes. And go around these clouds, get the edge. Get the edges. I can color faster. Once I've blocked out everything, giving a little border. This area is so small, and I missed the star. There we go. This area is so small, I'm gonna just go ahead and finish it. And then I'm gonna go back and finish my borders. And always turn the paper to make it easy for you. Your paper doesn't have to stay in one direction. You can turn the paper to make it easier for you to use. This area is small, I'm gonna just go ahead and finish it. All right, now, oh, well, a couple more stars. Now I can use the back side of my crayon and go fast. I have borders around everything, and I won't color over top of it. All right, so there I have this picture, and it can be done, but you know, it's Miss Branch, so I gotta do a little extra. Now, I want to show the reflection of the sunlight on the clouds and the reflection of the moon on the clouds. So let's see. On some of my clouds, I'm just gonna go ahead and like the part that's facing the sun, I can use the yellow orange. Just kind of go around the edges of the clouds. Oops, I'm in the night space. I gotta go back and do that purplish. Actually, I do that the light yellow because the light of the moon is yellow, not the yellow orange. Let me do the moon side now that I have the yellow in my hand. Now I'm doing the top or the side that's closest to the moon. And the same thing goes for when I'm doing the sun, the side that's closest to the sun. And let me do some orange areas and do a little orange areas behind that. Or do them side by side. Let me get up here. Can we go into the moon territory? Gotta switch back to my regular yellow. Now I'm gonna take a gray crayon and just put a little shadow behind where I did those colors. Oop, yeah, and I can do the gray on both sides. And that's just helping to give a little form or a little more depth to the clouds that we drew, so they don't just look flat. Well, you know what? I should do a picture where we could do blues and pinks and purples in the clouds. I think I'll keep my skyscapes for it because I'm having fun doing these skyscapes. So that's kind of why I'm still doing them. So this is like the third skyscape. I know y'all might be getting bored, but I'm having fun. So I'll do one more skyscape. I think I'll do one where there's a whole cloudscape where I can show some blues and pinks and other colors in the clouds. But this, guys, is a stylized day and night picture. You can always fold your paper in half and separate them and do them separately. You can choose how you do your eyes. You can make them more cartoony. You can make them look like real, but these eyelashes definitely don't look real. You can give them a mouth or no mouth. I like the one with no mouth. I didn't want to put a mouth on that one, but my next one I did. And you can add some color on the clouds, and especially a little bit of gray to help give the clouds more of a 3D feel, make it look so it's not so flat. And I showed you one way to do the stars, and there's a couple of easier ways to do the stars. So everyone, let me switch my camera. So I will see you in the next video. And yes, it's going to be another skyscape, because doing this just gave me that idea that I wanted to show the blues and the pinks and the other colors that show up in the sky in the evening time when the sun is going down. So again, I will see you later in the next video. Bye.